Wait and
Yeah.
see, FC. Here we go. Here we
Here we
go.
go.
Wait and see, FC.
See,
Here we
here
go.
we
Here we
go, here
go.
we go. or Norden, seducing FC. Seducing.
I knew that would tickle you. I was thinking about you when I saw that. I was
Oh
like,
my
Saeed's gonna
God.
do that. I'm gonna laugh,
Seducing.
mate. Man are getting
Seducing.
creative. Man are getting creative, mate.
Honestly, man, these guys, man, is these report accounts and these big accounts who give out transfer news, man, monitoring FC. You know what? They're all coming back, man. Norden, transfer season is well and truly here, man. Seducing. Honestly, today that cracked me up, man. I
Yeah.
honestly, bro, that cracked me up, man. What kind of word would you use? You know, Ten Hag is looking to seduce Ajax with a big deal to bring De Jong to Man United. It's all going off, people. But big up to everybody who's here, man. Straightjacket podcast 181. You know what I mean? A lot of people are asking why we're not at the yard. Listen, it's holiday seasons, isn't it, Nordin? Holiday seasons, I mean, family, friends.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? We got so many people
visiting.
visit Nordin's house. They want to visit the cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. People are visiting, man.
Yeah, people are visiting. So, people, I will be back as soon as I can, people. You know what I'm saying? How are you, Nordin, man? You know what I mean? It's not bad weather outside. It's a bit dull, innit?
Mm-hmm.
We've had a good weekend of sunshine, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
back to reality, innit? Back to Monday, kind of.
That's what it was yesterday, innit? Yesterday was back to reality with the weather, but you know what? I had a good weekend, innit? I shook a leg or two, Saeed. There's rumors I shook a leg or two. You know what I mean?
All right, okay. Where did you go to?
And that. You know what?
All right.
In Hume it was.
What, the Queen Party?
Nah, after Jubilee, feed the poor, bro. That's what it's been.
Nah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, mate. You know what I mean? That's what
you
we
know
do,
me.
man.
I'm never on the bandwagon, mate. I'm always giving the context, innit?
Yo, big up the Ghana woman, man. She said, my mother, did you see it on the news? The Ghanaian woman, man. Big up to her, man. But she was loving the Queen. But listen, we're just jiggling,
the
man.
news always finds one black or two black people that love the Queen, innit?
Yeah. They love it, man. They love it. But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I went out as well, man. I went to No Holes in Northern Quarter, man. And you wouldn't believe it, man. I met Four Seasons, man. You know Four Seasons?
Yo, big up Four Seasons, man.
Big up Four Seasons, man. You get me? Show love and that. But listen, I tried to help him out, man. He was a bit waved up and that. I said, yo, there was some girl there. I tried to... Yo, big up Four Seasons, man. I tried to be that kind of, the good friend and that. So he was eyeing up this bird in there, yeah. And then I tried it, and then the woman was like, no, get away from me. Yo, Four Seasons, man. Next time, don't worry, man. We got you, man. I got you, bro. But listen, that woman we're having it. You get me? But hopefully, man, it's all love, man. Big up to you, Four Seasons.
So basically, the Straightjacket Army. Saeed failed as a wingman, innit? Saeed was the wingman.
I failed, man. I failed as a wingman. I tried to do it, but you know what?
My girl looked at Saeed in Four Seasons and she went, I'm not having this. I'm not getting on this. I'm not on this. She said, these men are on the Straightjacket Army. I'm not having it.
Yeah. She don't want that smoke, man. She don't want that smoke. But big up to everybody here, man. Listen, the title of the video is, Man United need to act fast. Listen, I don't know about you, Noureddin, yeah, but are you bored of this? Ten Hag, wants his former Ajax players. Ten Hag is looking to get De Jong. I spoke to the guy yesterday. He said to me that United have got 25 days to seal this deal with De Jong because of their financial situation. If we don't get it in that time period there, then it's going to be unlikely that Barcelona would at least want to sell him, because that period there is where the bank and all the money, and right now they're on red dots. I personally don't know what Man United are waiting for, but I just don't like this idea of begging someone to come to the club, Noureddin. I don't know about you. I want De Jong, but I still want to look further forward. I want to look elsewhere. I want to look at the CDM position. There's a lot of players who have left Man United Football Club, Paul Pogba. I know there's people out there that still hating on Paul Pogba to this day, and I'm probably still blaming him for United's bad season last season. But right now, Noureddin, we've got Paul Pogba to replace. We've got Matic to replace. There's a lot of defenders leaving as well. There's a lot of players who are leaving this football club. I'm not here trying to beg. I need to look elsewhere. And that's why, for me, I've titled the video, Man United need to act fast. I feel like we're doing the same old thing every time, going with the safe options, Go, where's the recruitment team to say, you know what, we're going to look at other, identify other targets. I'm going to say, you know what, we're going to look smarter rather than always doing the long run. How do you see it, bro? Like, because a lot of people are getting a bit kind of tired of this De Jong saga when you know it might not happen. There's a high possibility that he doesn't want to come. And he said it himself, Nuruddin, that I want Champions League football. So why would you go and chase someone who says, I want to stay?
Well, you know what? It's been interesting, innit, the saga. But to be fair, Saeed, I know we're getting impatient because we've had a horrible season, innit? But
yeah, there's a lot to do, you know.
It's not even open yet.
Well, has it not technically opened?
It's not open yet. I don't think it's technically open yet. But the biggest thing is that we're impatient because we've had a season. We've got players who've gone out. And now Man United have become all of a sudden very secretive in their plans. And we only know about certain players that we're after because they're through their agents. Their agents are like, try to get more money in it by throwing the names out there. So, like I always said, that's why I sing the song in it. It's changed because we're not playing, so I'm not watching comedy every week. I'm just watching Wait and See it. Wait and See FC. There we go. So it's about wait and see, but I agree with you on the principle. Man United should never be begging any footballer, mate. At the end of the day, you want to come, you don't want to come, man. So what? If it takes us 5 years to get there, so what? I want players who want to play for us, man. That's all I want. But don't get lost in these language, innit? Now, the media are running out of words, so they're even going seducing, Frenkie.
Seducing.
My guy don't need to be seen. We ain't going on a date, man. We want the guy to play football.
This ain't Love Island. I know Love Island's starting today, but this ain't Love Island, mate. This is Man United, mate, where you get you get heartbroken at United. You don't get a love story. You get heartbroken. We've had a lot of heartbreak.
Well, 9 years, mate. 9 years of abusive heartbreak, mate.
Abusive relationship. Listen, big up to everyone who's out there suffering with abusive relationships and whatnot. We don't want to take the mick out of that one, yeah. But
no, we don't.
In terms of, United,
we've been abused by our football club, though. We can say that. We've been abused by our football club.
Mentally, everything, man. Every Man United fan right now is hurt, man. Because we know there's a lot to do. But I just feel like for me, as a United fan, looking on, and I'm trying to see, like, the plan. I'm trying to look and read the reports. Obviously, there's a lot of clickbait going on right now. I'm just trying to analyze where Man United are going. And it's Timber and it's De Jong. There isn't much anywhere else happening. There's not the right winger that we probably need. They're talking about Nunes, when for me, Nunes, I've looked at him. I don't know, mate. I've watched Cavani for 2 seasons and his technical ability isn't great. For me, he reminds me of another Cavani. I don't know if you've watched him or not, Nuruddin, but he reminds me of another Cavani, Nunes. But the way I look at it for me, people, is that it just seems a bit too easy. De Jong and Timber. And now we're hearing, big up to you, Tom, in the chat, Tom saying that Timber's about to sign a new deal. And that now Ajax can say to him, right, stay for another couple of years and then make your price even more. So then later on, next season, it costs 60 million. It just seems a bit, for me, at the minute, like I said to you, if Man United don't act fast now and they don't go and get their targets, like other clubs are doing, Aston Villa, there's other clubs that are set in their stone, right, Haaland, boom, right, go on, let's get this player here. You have to be quick. And the recruitment we've got to do, we've got to replace Paul Pogba. We've got to go get a CDM. I don't know personally why Man United are not even hovering around the CDM position when that's the biggest Achilles for Man United for so many years. So it's, for me, I don't know, Nuruddin, but I'm just, at the minute, there's not a kind of clear plan. And with this Murtaugh madness everybody keeps talking about and everyone keeps lavishing on about and say, yo, trust the process and whatnot. You know what I mean? We'll all give it time, but I just don't,
trust the
process, innit?
I thought we got rid of that language.
Well, listen, that's the buzzwords we keep hearing everywhere. That's what we keep hearing, Norton. The buzzwords are that Myrtle's going to come in. I know you had a chat with Danny about Andy O'Boyle. He's going to be coming in and look at the profile of players now and seeing whether they fit in with Ten Hag's philosophy. And he's going to be coming in under the branch, we should say, of John Murtaugh, because he's got a team now, apparently. You know what I mean? And this team is supposed to be doing well. But like I said to you, a lot of people are on this Murtaugh madness train. I just think there's a lot to do. And for a guy who's not had that, chance or even possibility of doing that, or should I say experience, the concerns are still there, Nuruddin. And that's the problem for me. I want Man United, and for a manager finally to be backed in the right way, not the way where, you know what, we're hopeful of getting this player and we're thinking that player he might like. We need to be ready because this season is going to be grueling, Nuruddin. You've got the World Cup in between. You've got everything in between. It's going to be grueling, Northern, and we need the targets pretty soon, especially in this middle period now. You're looking at June. It's already flying now. June. It's going to go like that, Northern. You know it already.
100%. 100%. Listen, for me, when I look at it, somebody can let us know in the comments. As the transfer season started yet, as it began yet, we see what Villa have done. Villa have moved quickly. To me, the idea that Man United missed out on Kamara is killing me.
Oh, it's killing me, man.
On a free. Just sniper them like that. Sniper. Like,
so what's the tactic then?
I don't know who a Man United scout. Like, as a Man United being super secretive. Now, have Man United learned something? Have they been secretive, Saeed? This is the fair question to ask. Have they been super secretive? Or these players are already in positions already, right? And that they're not announcing them. They're going to announce like a gang together, like a 3 or 4 together. Or a Man United do what Man United do. Everybody picks off the players that we want. And then Man United are just holding on to one till the last week and a half of the transfer.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a fair question. That's a fair question. So, both things can be true, Saeed. But we just got to find out which one is, where's the truth? Where does the truth lie? But like I said, I always tell everybody, I am the co-founder, CEO, co-owner of Wait and See FC. Like this, people have told me for a long time, finally we've got a football structure, right? Now the structure's been sorted out, it's in place. So now I only judge accordingly. And that's why me and Danny had a very rational debate.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Even him, like, obviously runs his agenda on the spaces. But I got him on record saying, yes, some of the things that Murta's already got wrong. It is a mixed record so far. But
in terms of the Rangnick dismissal, you mean? In terms of the parting ways of Rangnick?
Yeah. So to me, it's not even about Rangnick. It's about the women's team. It's about, like, what's going on. Like, you interviewed 4 guys and you pick Rangnick, who did the least coaching out of 10 years. Like, Lucia Ferrer, Rudy Garcia, and Valverde. So, and then you pick the guy that's not. So, to me, if he wasn't in plan for him to help you with a structure, why are you picking? Why didn't you pick any of those 3? So that's the point I'm making, right? And I've got a fair point to say. Well, why are you giving only got a Solskjaer after the fade? And why are you coming out saying we're doing this? So at the end of the day, some people can say, Saeed, that this season we changed the way we played, and that could be coming from Murta, because Murta said we're going to play attacking football. And Ollie tried attacking football, and guess what happened? It all fell apart.
No, but let me ask you a question, Nuruddin. You know, in terms of the actual structure John Myrtle has now, is so Ten Hag, does he say to him, I want these players, and then John Myrtle has to go and get them? What's the protocol right now with the new current structure? Because I don't still know. Is it Ten Hag choosing these players? You're on mute, Nuruddin.
It's a team. So at this moment in time, if you want to believe what's coming out the reports, we've got a transfer committee that consists of who? Murta.
Yeah.
I think Brown. I think his name's Steve Brown. I think his name is the guy who's.
Where's he from?
No, he's the head of recruitment. He's the head of Man United recruitment.
And how long has he been there for?
He's been there for a couple of years now, right?
Okay.
Then we've got now. We've got all the scouts, obviously. So the scouts report to him. The scouts will report to him, and then what will happen, Saeed, is that the scouts will report to him, and then the committee is Stephen. I think it's Brown, whatever his name, Brown guy. John Murta,
Darren Fletcher's in there, isn't it?
No, Andy O'Boyle. No, I'm not seeing that yet. I'm not seeing any reports say that he's there. Andy O'Boyle.
I heard something. Darren Fletcher's in the committee.
Okay, so he might be. Darren Fletcher might be. And then Ten Hag has the last say. So Ten Hag still says, nah, yes or no. So Ten Hag is positioned. Players, like the analytics team, the scouting can report back with certain players. Ten Hag then looks at those reports and the profile of those players, thinks about his system and things. Can I fit this player into my system? If he feels like he doesn't, he can't. Now, apparently, some fans, some of our team, the scouting guys, might have scouted Phillips, right? But Ten Hag's like, nah, put that to dead. Say, I don't want that guy. So that's what we're led to believe, Saeed. The truth
remains to be seen.
With Glazeonomics in there. Because one thing about it, nobody has reported that Glazeonomics is gone. Nobody has reported.
You know, someone that said that Glazeonomics, who was it that said it? There was a guy. I don't know. Did I see someone online talk about Glazonomics? I can't remember honestly, but I think there was a guy who mentioned it. I don't know if it's someone on the Calling show or someone
Nobody talks
actually.
about it more than me, Saeed, and you know that.
Yeah. No, 100%. Big up to Tom. He goes, he's saying that guy has been there for 7 years, a recruitment team. Seven
Yeah.
years.
But he's
So
not being
again,
used. But listen, to be fair to him, he's not being used because Matt Judge and Edward were doing their own madness, innit? They were signing players just off the couple of agents. That's what they were moving like. You know what I mean? And one time, one of the analysts was used. They asked him, "Can you get us a defensive right back?" And he got in Wan-Bissaka. So you know what I mean?
yeah,
he got in Wan-Bissaka. So like,
it's true. Big up to Usman Verk. He said, I don't know why you man are down on Timber based off Twitter narratives. I've watched him 30 times and I'm telling you, he's the best young centre-back in the world. Unreal for his age. I watched him for Holland, but he was in a back three. So again, it's difficult to judge, you know, someone based on that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I want to see more of him. And I think I've seen enough of him to understand that he's still a quality centre-back that can improve as well. But my thing is, Nuruddin, that, you know that point you made there about the recruitment team and them kind of going to Ten Hag and kind of there's going to be an alignment of thought. There's going to be a one way of thinking now. But the only problem is, though, Nuruddin, is that them guys who are now recruiting and that scouting team that we're going to get, though, are they able to do the job properly? That's what we're going to find out in this summer window. Because we've had a lot of trouble beforehand in terms of getting Sancho, getting certain players, and then we have to wait until the last minute to go and get certain players. That's the question, Nuruddin. Can these guys who now have been brought in and now under John Myrtle, can they now do the job? Because that's where the kind of big up to Scholes in the background as well, man. He's enjoying life now. But that's where the problem is going to be, Nuruddin. Do you hand on heart think that they could have that alignment? Do you have that belief that they could do it? Because I feel like, although you know that the structure is bad, I feel like there's more kind of I would say, you're a bit more confident now in terms of it might work now. Now that they've got it there, I feel like you're a bit more confident than the way you were before, let's say a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, listen, I am. All of these, I'm encouraged. But some of the people who are really good scouts have been at United for a long time and they weren't listened to and they weren't used. Actually, Woodward got rid of a couple of them, sacked them. So now Murta is madness because he's moving like he's the man in charge. And Saeed, what do we always say? The buck stops with you. When you listen, if you don't like the heat in the kitchen, get out of the kitchen. It's simple. That's what I say. These guys, they're not placed there. Andy O'Boyle, listen. You had the choice, knowing what you're walking into. Same with Ten Hag, same with Murta. You know what you're walking into. You know the position you're taking. You know the pay that you're taking. At the end of the day, your name's going to be the trending. You and Richard Arnold are going to be trending. It's not that Glazers out can trend, but it's you guys who are going to get it. So for me, for the first time ever, we've got a director of football who, for me, is inexperienced in the role, but he's done things like that before. For the youth team and the women's team. The recruitment that he did for women's team was A1 side. For a team that were not in the league, Man United came up from the championship in the women's league and won the first season. They won straight up and then we finished respectably in the top 6, I think, that first season. And
I'll give him that.
And then what happens, Saeed? It was then locked down, neglected. They were
neglected. Back to old habits. Yeah.
And what happens? What happens? And then Stacey Coles, Coney Stacey, is their name? Oh,
yeah, Casey Stone.
Yeah, Casey Stone. Right. She's the only in the last 10 years. She's the only one with integrity. The only person with integrity. So I just shared a tweet I've just sent it.
Yeah. I will do.
It's part 2, by the way, people. Later on, just letting you know. Part 2. Who's gonna fit in the system? On the hot seat this week, it's exactly the same 2 people. It's Saeed and Tom are going to be on the hot seat. It's the game that we're playing. Check it out. United Real Therapy. And make sure, people, we're on the road to 100,000. So let's subscribe to the channel.
Make sure you like the video as well, people.
Please like the video.
That helps the algorithm.
Like the video. We're having substantive conversation about what's going on. We are, in this video, talking about the frustration with the fan base. Where Villa are moving with 3 players already, moving mad. Other clubs are moving mad. And Man United are just like, De Jong every day. De Jong.
De Jong. De Jong.
De Jong.
Said De Jong. I wonder what we're gonna hear tomorrow. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Taking De Jong, listen, taking De Jong out for a three meal cost. That's what I'm gonna hear. And then some dancing, and then we're gonna get a private room with De Jong. That's then behind closed doors. We don't know what's gonna happen. That's what we're going, Saeed.
Oh man, you know, with this De Jong, Nordin, you know what I mean? Like I said to you, the Barcelona situation now, because of their financial troubles now, they've effectively given us 25 days. When I spoke to the guy yesterday, their troubles with their banking and whatnot is this period of 25 days that we've got to take advantage of. You would think that this football club would go in and make the offer and say, you know what, right, it's all or nothing now. Take this money because I need to look elsewhere. We have other positions. For me, if you're going to say Pogba is De Jong's replacement, don't we need a CDM? Don't we need another midfielder to come in that position there? When you look at the centre-back situation, if Timber's not available now, are you not going to go and get someone else? The right wing situation. You've got so many other positions, Nordin, that Man United can't afford to neglect. So it's now or never. You've got to come in now, Nordin, and now or never. But what's your overall opinion about this De Jong situation, this saga that's running on now?
Well, to be fair, I was quite skeptical from the beginning, Saeed, because I was like, Man United wanted younger players. We know what we want. Why can't we find the next De Jong? Why are we chasing ready-made guys who are happy at the club where they're at? Why are we chasing them? Like, why can't Man United go? We've got a good scouting. Why can't we make use of our scouting system to go and get the players that we need? Like, why can't we? Why do we have to always chase these players? But obviously, Ten Hag wants him. And Barcelona are in this predicament. By the way, regardless of even after these 25 days, Barcelona are 1.5 billion in debt. 1.2 or between 2 and 5 billion in debt, right?
That's what I hear that. Yeah, right? Yeah.
So,
but for me, though,
25 days or not, Saeed, they're still in a huge debt. And selling the studios, signing a deal. One of the deals that they were going to sign is their TV rights away.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it now. They're not going to. Yeah, do it now.
It's like a 360 in hip hop. They were going to try and sign a 360 deal. We know what a 360 deal is in hip hop. Those of you into hip hop, 360 deals are these rappers who just wanna like, I want that moment of fame. I want to just rep for my whole city, and I want to be on MTV, and I want to be on this, I want to be on that, I want to be all over. No, knowing that, when you look at it, when you're selling a record, this is how much of a chunk the record label's taking. And they're charging you for all your videos. They're charging it back to you. All of the bling you're wearing, you're getting charged back to. Like, so at the end of the day, you might have had your moment in the sunshine, but what money have you made? The record label has made the more money out of you. So that's what it was. So they were never.
Look how sustainable they are, though. At least they're not taking that debt on, and they're not taking the money on. They're at least trying to be more sustainable as a football club.
No, of course, because they're run by people who care and love about the football club. If it was the Glazers would have took that because they don't care about Man United. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's a difference. So, like, they're still going to be in debt. They're still going to need a lot of money, Saeed, right? So, at the end of the day, like Usman says there, 360 is like modern slavery. Of course it is. But at the end of the day, they're still going to be in debt. But it's Man United. Saeed, deep down, I think we're just getting clickbaited. Deep down. Deep down.
There's a lot of clickbait going on, yeah.
Listen, let me give you some insight. 100% fact. De Jong can say whatever he wants when he's on international duty. But Man United are not going to bid for him, Saeed, unless him and Ten Hag had that conversation already. That if Barcelona want to sell you, you're coming to Man United. He can say whatever he wants. And I would be absolutely dumbfounded and gobsmacked that conversation between him and Ten Hag's not already taking place. Because why the hell are we then wasting our time? Like, why?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And for a club that's not in the Champions League, Nordin, it's going to be difficult. It really, really is, man.
So and that's why you've got that conversation already. They've had that conversation. Yeah, De Jong has said he wants to come, but now...
No. He hasn't said he wants to come. No, that's the problem.
Saeed, listen to me. This is how it works. Ashley Young, when he was leaving Arsenal to go to Chelsea, already agreed that he would go to Chelsea. Bruno Fernandes already agreed he was going to come to Man United before Man United made a bid. That's how most modern football clubs move. I told you about almost 2.5 years ago in this, you and Aaron was sat here I was there getting water out of my kitchen, and I said to you, I've heard it in some really fantastic source that Sancho is more than open to coming to Man United.
Yeah. But that was because his representatives spoke to Man United first.
Well, what I'm saying
and that's
to you,
why they didn't like it.
Ten Hag, the idea that Man United, Ten Hag is not already spoke to, right? De Jong, and if De Jong said, "No, I'm not going to come to Man United," that would have been over, right? But because our transfer policies become ultra secretive now, all we're hearing is other people's point of view. Nothing's coming out of United. It's just United. What we heard from United is that he is number one priority for Eric Ten Hag. So when you're the manager that put you on a pedestal,
it's a lot of faith to have on a football club that doesn't do well. That's a lot of faith.
No.
That's why for me, that's the worry for me.
I'm talking about. Listen, I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about Ten Hag. If Man United are now still trying to get De Jong when he said no to Ten Hag, then they're the biggest silly billies in the world.
That's what I'm trying to say, man.
Right. I know Ten Hag won't let that happen. I know Ten Hag will go, what? Stop reporting this madness. Let's move on to the next guy. I believe deep down there's no seducing. A phone call has been had, and even Frenkie de Jong, when he was asked, yes, Eric Ten Hag, Frenkie, hey, talking to him, you come into Manchester United with me with a project. Yeah, you put a bid in. If Barca let me go, then so be it. That's it. Done. That's it. Now, all this we're getting is clickbait FC. I'll be gobsmacked. I'll be shocked. And then I think, forget about Man United new structure. We're back to like being happy. You know what we're having? You know what? We're having like the type of structure that you get from when you try to barter at the Poundland. You know that Poundland bank? Whenever things are pound and you're like, can I get that for 85p? Yeah, and people are like, what? What?
You got to go little, but you got to go little for that.
Literally, like, what? Where Poundland's like, no, it's a Poundland, right? That's what we'll be like. Forget about Man United structure will be operating like the Poundland. Forget about being the Poundland structure. It will be try to get like 85p for a funky thing that costs £1, right? So I'm not having this. I think we're getting clickbaited. I think the Timber story is interesting. I know Timber's open to coming to Man United. He is.
Yeah, he is. But he's also open to staying. You know, two things can be right at the same time.
I understand that. But he's just saying that to cover his back. If Eric Ten Hag wants him, he's coming with him. He's coming with him.
Eric Ten Hag is not only a pull, you know that. Like a manager on itself. He left. The same Eric Ten Hag, they all left him, you know that, because he went on to bigger things.
But Ajax model is a selling club, Saeed. So I'm telling you now, Eric Ten Hag is so frustrated when all those players walked out. Now, if he can get some of those players back and bring some of the new ones with him, then that's what managers do, Saeed. Football is a weird place, yeah? Old schoolboy network works. Managers follow it. Like now, Matic, where's Matic going to go?
Roma.
Why?
Because he's going to follow the manager, but he's also 34 and he's also going to end his career.
No, he was always going to go to Italy because it'll suit the pace. The pace will suit him. But other than going to any place, he'll go see Jose Mourinho. Like that's why Jose wanted William. That's why Jose wanted somebody like Perisic.
Yeah, Perisic. Yeah. Remember that? Oh my God, man. That just shows you that this football club again didn't back the manager as well because he wanted Perisic. Remember in that summer of 2018, was it? And imagine Perisic getting the ball into Lukaku. Maybe we'll see a different Lukaku when you actually look at it. So you've just made a good point there of how important it is to back the manager on his specific targets. But also, if I flip it to the other side of the coin, because we have to do that, you then have other options. You then have other targets. Naming another person is Christian Eriksen. For me, on a free, it's an absolute, it's a no-brainer, Nuruddin, to go and get Christian Eriksen on a. Oh, I knew you were gonna do this. You're on mute. I'm
conflicted.
Why?
I am.
How?
Because I was wishing and praying that Simmerframe FC is dead.
No.
I've slaughtered. You know what I've done? I've literally put a sword in 3 ways. I turned out to be a samurai.
No. He's not Simmerframe, man. He's not Simmerframe.
Saeed.
Oh, man. Is this another moment, Nuruddin? Go on. Look at that, you're choking on it now already.
Exactly, because I'm conflicted.
Mm.
Simmer Frame FC. It's no longer. I thought I got the samurai sword. I've slashed that up, but somehow it just rises. It comes together, mate. You know that?
Yeah, but you watched him against Brentford. You watched him at home.
No,
He was quality.
Saeed, quality on the ball, good. Retention on the ball, good. Was he training with Ajax? You know, when
He did train with Ajax.
Was he training with Ajax? Yeah, Ten Hag made it happen for him.
Yeah.
Is he a good player? Yes, he is. Would I want him to be part of a squad for us if we got injuries to come in? Yes, he's good. Mm. Or maybe even to battle bloody Bruno. If Bruno's horrendous, put him in there. Listen, I do know. But Saeed, the question is always is, if Man United scouting is so good, and we have got some brilliant scouts,
yeah,
why can't we find the next
Ericsson? Because our scouting isn't
Saeed,
great.
well, let me finish my point.
Go on.
Who's going to be hungrier to make a name for himself at Manchester United? Why can't we get somebody that is going to be like, who's going to lick to our reserves are going to be like proper decent players, like the squad players are going to be. Why can't we go and get that kid from Leon? Why are we wasting time?
Hassan Aouar.
Why can't we get him? Why can't we get him?
No, but that's A, we don't have Champions League football, and B, we don't know what profile we want. What player profile we want.
The point what I'm trying to make is that I'm just done with Simmer Frame and feet. It's nothing against Christensen, Ericsson. I like the player. You know,
you haven't got technical players. I think he's a good player, me.
I know. I remember United played Ajax, yeah? I don't know, what was it, Champions League? I remember the first time I ever seen him when he was in his 20s, Saeed. So this is like 8-9 years ago. It might have been 10 years ago. I think it might have been 10 years ago. He was in his 20s. Looking at this guy and going, oh my God, this guy's a baller. And when Spurs bought him, I was like, oh my God.
Let me know in the comments, people. Would you take Ericsson at Man United on a free? When you look at Paul Pogba's left, when you're looking at Mata's left, Jesse Lingard is left. That's 3 players that Man United technically need to replace.
Yeah, but I'm not replacing those players, Saeed, with Simmer Frame FC. I'm sorry, I'm not.
No, you gotta have one player experience.
Saeed, find the next guys who are good enough, who are going to be the next Ericsson. Find them.
There isn't, though. We don't have a great... When's the last time Man United bought a gem? When was that? You name me a time when Man United
I've tried to explain
upcoming young player.
Saeed, I've tried to explain to you. Man United were not even allowed to do that. It's either been manager recommendations or 2 or 3 agents that we deal with in a transfer. That's what our transfer has been. It's Woodward making it out like he's Florentino Perez. And he knew that he messed up. You saw him. How many ex-Marines around him?
They're saying to you, you're not a businessman. You're not thinking wisely of how he could help us out.
But I'm not in the business. I'm not a business guy, Jermaine. I'm not having Simmer Frame FC. I like the player.
He's free.
Listen to me. But I don't care if he's free, Saeed. You know what I care about? If he was 23 years old, yes, not even question asked. If he was 25,
Pereira's coming back, you know. Pereira, he's 23, 24.
When I have a rule, I'm gonna be principled.
Do you want to keep Pereira? Do you want to keep Pereira?
Listen to me. When I kicked off about the likes of Igalo, I kicked off at the likes of
Igalo was good, man. I enjoyed Igalo.
No, but I kicked off. 1 day we're late in the day. 2,
yeah.
Cavani's a granddad, man. Like I said to you, I kick off about certain things. And I'm principled. That's me showing principle. I like the player. Right? I like the player. But if, let's say this side, we get all the rest of the quality that we need, and then Ericsson...
That's what I'm saying to you.
Listen to me.
You have to walk. You have to walk crawl before you can walk.
Listen to me. When we get our qualities, right? If we get our qualities, so we get De Jong, if we get a guy who's more defensive attributes who can help the team, as long as I don't have to see McFred next season starting, even though I know deep down they are going to be starting a lot of games because they're on a contract. I just don't want to go down the route of buying Simmer Frame, guys. I don't. And listen, the reason why I call him Simmer Frame FC because United are always prone to getting players who passed it. And when they come to our club, they
No,
die.
the thing is, he's not past
They
it though.
die.
Ericsson isn't past it though.
No,
Ericsson isn't past it.
Saeed, they come and they die at Man United. We kill them. We are the biggest graveyard. We are, and you know it as well.
We got Andy Boyle. We got Andy Boyle. We got Andy O'Boyle though. Head of performance, head of elite performance. He should get the best out of him.
Saeed, that's not what he's doing, Saeed.
So now he said, you don't want Conte, you don't want Ericsson. What else do you don't want, Norden? Let me know. Anything else?
I just don't want anybody who's over 30. I'm not having it.
What if he's 30?
Borderline simmer frame for me. What?
Yo,
Saeed, listen to me. Saeed, listen, I've got PTSD, right? I'm traumatized. I've seen all these simmer frame guys come in, look good for 1 or 2 games, and then I don't see them for the rest of the season. So I'm not having this, right? I rate him. I actually think Erik ten Hag system, he will fit perfectly. But I just want other things to be sorted before I go and get Simmer Frame FC.
You're the chat not happy with you,
if Erik ten Hag wants him, has got a plan for him, who the hell am I to stay on his way?
Yeah, I know. But you're on the Samat Busby way, and you're seeing it live, and you're thinking, oh my God, when you're seeing all the injuries, and you I get it. Belay Visuals is back, man. Big up to Belay Visuals, man. I don't know what he's doing now. What's this, man? What's cracking, guys? Glazers in. When was he ever Glazers in?
Saeed, have you not heard? Have you not seen what his name is on Twitter?
No.
His name on Twitter is Glazers in.
Are you kidding me? Why?
He just, you know what he does in it? He carries like a couple of grenades in it and just comes in.
To be fair, though, I'm going to give him one thing, though. He has been vindicated about Rashford because he said Rashford wasn't good enough all the years ago. And you still won't listen to him.
You jump on the bandwagon, innit?
I never jump on no bandwagon. But it's true, though. You know what, man? I have to give him his props.
I refuse to bin players who play with a broken back, broken shoulder, ankle that's fallen up. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do that yet.
Bloody hell. What about not being good enough?
Rashford still gets a season from me, a fresh start. So be quiet, you two.
What about if he's not good enough then? Forget regardless of injuries.
That is not good enough. But he deserves another season.
I think as well, we should look at some sales as well. I think there's a few sales available. Martial, I think, you know, your boy Martial, man, you get me? I think, does he look finished to you now? Is it over now for you, Martial? Let me tell you something. He's Simmer Frame FC. If you want to talk about Simmer Frame, he's Simmer Frame at 26. What have you done to Martial, you know? Nuruddin, what has gone on with Martial, man? I'm actually quite devastated about Martial. I can't believe it. Honestly, when that game came against Liverpool, man, honestly, man, was my best player. I got Martial on the back. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've got the shirt here, 2015-16, the first shirt I bought in a long while. I bought Martial on the back, man. He's the real Simmer Frame. Injuries after injury. What do we do with Martial?
But you've also seen our medical department side. What do we always say about our medical department?
They need more at Sevilla.
They need more expertise. We talked. Listen, Man United have literally grabbed Martial, swallowed him, chewed him up, spit him out, chewed him again, and spat him out. At the end of the day, we will see. Look at the agenda. Look at the agenda. He didn't fail himself. He didn't. Only 2 seasons ago, he was part of the highest top scoring trio in European football. Yeah. You want to talk about that? Yeah. He's still the best guy in our team, in our squad, to hold up the play. Better than Cavani. Yeah. Better than Ronaldo.
It was better than Cavani.
Better than any of them holding up the ball. So let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Yep, absolutely, man. Obviously, Eric Bailly's leaving as well. Wan-Bissaka's leaving. You know how many players are actually leaving? Let me tell you how many players are leaving.
No. Saeed, listen.
Yeah, exactly. Big up to Belay Visuals. He did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that.
Yeah, I understand. I know 100%. It's just a preference, you didn't like him. I understand that, Belly Visual. But don't feel like you've been vindicating now because you dislike a player and you wanted him out a long time ago. That don't mean that you've been vindicated. The guy's had 1 bad season. I can tell you Luke Shaw's had 7 years. And how many seasons he had? How many other breaks has he had? The fan base wants to just pick on one guy. What do I always say to people, guys? I want to repeat. We always like to victimize a player. we always want a player to save us and a manager to save us. That ain't happening anymore, right? Those things don't happen anymore. At the end of the day, it's simple. Manchester United, unless it's announced that don't fall in for the hype. Until the club go, farewell, I'm not falling for it. So currently, Lee Grant retired. Coach now.
Yep. I'm not falling for it, by the way, the departures, by the way. Are you?
No, I'm not. That's
not
what I'm
falling
thinking.
Yeah.
Lingard, see you later. Wish him luck. Done a video. Check it out, people. I've done a
I see it. By the way, good,
an hour and a half
timeline well.
of what's going on with everybody. Mata, brilliant player, amazing. See you later. Those three are the only four. Lee Grant, Mata, Lingard. Who else?
Pogba.
Those four are gone.
Matic, you say Matic as well. Matic as well.
Has United done a goodbye photo to say goodbye to him?
Matic was time ago. Remember the game against
Did he say goodbye?
Bradford? Yeah, he said it then.
Okay, five. Okay, five. Five have gone. So I'm not assuming that Kwan Bissaka is going. Mr. Chicken Filet is going. Yeah.
Have you seen him yet around the corner?
I'm not seen him lately, and I think he might be on holiday now.
Yeah.
Well, you know
the Archie's on Oxford Road is closed now. Anyway, I think he might be going to a different Archie's.
That's what we're talking.
It's
right?
closed. It's closed for last month now.
Okay.
He's got it out of bust. He spent too much in there. He was like, "Yo, listen, you have to close it down now for your career."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the point that I'm making is, until the club officially says these are gone, I'm not assuming Bailly's going. I'm not assuming Wan Bissaka's going. I'm not assuming Phil Jones is going. I'm not assuming.
No one can assume Phil Jones is going.
Who else?
You got Pereira's backing now as well. I don't think he'll leave because he's got pre-season to play. He'll probably stay after that pre-season payload. You know what it's like, innit? Pre-season payload.
So I'm not falling for all these players that are leaving. I'm not falling for it.
But you know what it is, yeah? The real actual players that are meant to be leaving, though, aren't leaving. And that's the kind of the kind of craziness about it. Mr. Pad says, big up Saeed and Noureddin. Did you like Siad Barre? Yeah. For those that know Siad Barre, he was the former president of Somalia. So big up to you. What a random super chat, but yeah, man, big up to you, man. Yeah. What a random super chat.
Listen, it's a complex one for me. The way Siad Barre took over the government was crazy. But I like what he did in terms of education, agriculture.
Yeah, of course.
But then, like every other man in Africa, the power got to him and he went mad.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, with Africa as well, I want to mention, man, solidarity to the people in Nigeria as well, man. Like I said to you, devastated today. I don't know if you've seen the news from Nigeria. Check up on it, man. A lot of people were gunned down in a church. So all I want to say is, man, condolences to the families, man. And yeah, man. Pray for Nigeria.
They were gunned down, murdered,
Yeah, in the church, man. The church, man. So pray for Nigeria, man. Bad.
Pick up to all my Nigerian brothers and sisters.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Solidarity with them, man. Whoever that man.
Solidarity. Yeah. 100%, man.
I hope he gets found and justice. But my thoughts are with the people, their friends and families, man, and the poor people that got murdered in a church and the worship. Worship. Somebody goes in there and murders them. What absolute heartless. Condolences to the people in Nigeria. Love.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But like I said to you, Noureddin, you know what I mean? My thing is, Noureddin, there's a lot to do, and there's a short space of time. A lot of people think I'm just kind of like moaning for no reason. I don't moan because every year we've seen the kind of problems arise for our manager. It's not just I'm not just complaining for no reason, people. I genuinely not. I'm just foreseeing things. I'm trying to look beyond just this kind of period where, but we have to wait and see. No, because this football club has got a lot to do. Bro, Noureddin, tell them about last season, how bad it was, man. And Ralph Ragnick, a guy who came in, was meant to have this gegenpress or whatever, was meant to come in and change the way we play, but we couldn't do it. And the players did not want to play. There's a lot of players for me that are very toxic and they need to leave. There's a lot of players who didn't want to play for the manager. And they need to be found out. I need to be one by one said, you know what, you can go. You see what I mean, Noureddin? There's a lot of players that just need to go. And that's the feeling for me. And then you got to bring in people that fit the profile. And then to do that in a short space of time, when next preseason, the preseason starts in a month's time, United have got to make moves. You know what I mean? But what kind of player are you looking at right now? You're thinking, I want this player. I want Basuma, if you want my answer. I want a CDM as well. I want Basuma. I want players that can come in and, you know what, and make us better. Not just looking for safe options like, you know what, right, De Jong here, Nordin, and let's go and get Timber because Ajax, he used to manage, he used to play for Ten Hag. I want players that can come in and play the right way. But it's going to be an interesting summer, Nordin. That's all I'm saying.
Very interesting summer. It's going to be very interesting summer. Very interesting times, man, ahead of us. Very interesting times. At the end of the day, I look at this and I see your frustration is because we talked about it. We said it before. We keep mentioning it to last season. This is going to be truncated summer because of the Winter World Cup. It's going to be shorter transfer window, shorter pre-season. You know, everybody gearing up to the November World Cup, innit? It's going to start at the end of November. Well, the end of November. So at the end of the day, we want to get our stuff done. We want to get out there. We want to basically get the football, get the squad together, get the pre-season going. But we already know, to be fair, a lot of the internationals, Sancho and Maguire and Ronaldo, Bruno, these guys might not come back in time anyway.
So I think they'll be given extended break. You're right.
Yeah.
They'll be given extended break because of the Euro nations, which I believe is sort of a bit of a bollocks, mate. It's just another kind of trophy for
money making, beginning for UEFA.
Yeah, money making, exactly. You know what I mean? So they'll have to come back. So
and they're burning players outside. They're burning players out, man.
Yeah. What do you think of Nunes? A lot of people don't want him at the football club. Have you watched a bit of Nunes, by the way? Have you watched him?
You know me. You know what I always say about younger players in the side. I always say younger players can be given a chance, even though how much we've been Wan-Bissaka, how much of his diet has been horrendous when he's outside Archie's every other month. He's there eating Chick-fil-A, whatever. I still think with good coaching, good one-to-ones, young players can surprise you, innit? So I don't want to be down, but is he? He's somebody who plays with intensity. He's somebody who plays with an interesting style of play. And I think someone like
that forward line is a bit of a crazy situation. There's a lot of belief that Ronaldo will still play and whatnot. There's a lot of belief that, you know, obviously Rashford will still be here. But again, we don't have no right winger because obviously we know what happened with man
he's
like,
got good attributes, Saeed, in terms of goal scorer. But his all-round play is a lot to be desired for. But
that's what I mean. At Man United, we don't have all-round play. It's going to be a while until we get that free-flowing football. And then to put a pressure.
You know, if Arsenal were to get, you know, the guy that I'm always talking about. It's like Arsenal be watching me talk about Scamacca, mate.
Scamacca, I watched him for Germany, man. And you know what? Strong, powerful. You know, it reminds me of the early days of Ibrahimovic. It actually reminds me of Ibrahimovic.
Did Italy play Germany the other day?
Yeah, he played up front.
Saeed, I'm not going to lie to you. His touch, his composure, him being an all-round footballer. In terms of being an all-round footballer, he's way ahead of Nunes. But Nunes is a good finisher. I can't lie. He's a good finisher. But
you know what? Finishing though, man. That's for the comps, man. I want to know your overall hold-up play. I want to know if a guy, because I watched Ronaldo a lot this season, Nuruddin, and there's a lot of people that came after me saying, you've said Ronaldo is finished. You can't rate Ronaldo now. When I watch him week in, week out, the cameras don't watch when Ronaldo gets bullied at the ball, do they? The cameras don't see it. The cameras do not see Ronaldo's off the ball.
They don't even see how fatigued he is when he's falling over.
Yeah, they don't see that. But again, that's a problem. Are we going to buy a striker? And that's the situation there. So for me, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think it's all about goals for me, you know, as on a striker. Yes, people can say he's there to finish and whatnot. But for United, specifically for Man United now, I think the goals can be shared out. I generally think Sancho can get 15.
I prefer those strikers anyway. I've always, at United. That's why when people go, I rate Van Nistelrooy, but I never liked it in that United team because everything was to Van Nistelrooy. And I don't like teams who just look for this savior up front. No, I want the front three, front four to rotate and get goals. That's why, to me, in recent years, since Fergie, we had number 11, Martial and Rashford.
Martial for me, again, that
Top
would be
scorers.
Martial, but for me, he looks finished. I don't know, but that's my own opinion. I think his days are numbered at Man United, and I think for me, injuries have caught up to him. But I just want a striker for me because I've seen the Old Trafford pitch. For those that you don't know, Old Trafford is massive, it's huge, and a lot of teams now, what they try and do is they try to be aggressive against our strikers. I can't remember. I would say Van Persie was very, very good at his hold-up play. But apart from that, man, I'll be honest with you, there hasn't been many.
The guy that we've got, Martial's the best one out of everybody we got. Who holds up the ball and then links the play.
Yes.
That's what we need.
But that's the problem. It just depends on who we get.
We need a finisher, a clinical finisher. Ronaldo's there already. We need a guy to hold up the play and to bring people into play and to rotate, go left, go right. Scamacca for me is
Scamacca, man. But again, that would be the option. Even on the right wing, Norton, when you look at it, I'm not really trying to see Ilanga next season. I don't know why the club is not thinking about everything. That's the problem. And that's where, for me, the recruitment team have to be very, very careful. If you were to pick an area, priority.
Ilanga gets a loan from me, a loan.
You reckon?
Yeah, I will loan him out.
They call him world class last night because of the goal. They were saying, yeah, he could be world class.
No, he's got decent potential, but I will give him a loan.
But even that right-hand side, you know what I mean? Because there's no balance in there, you know what I mean? You have to have balance. You got Amad Diallo, but I think there's a lot of pressure for Amad Diallo to come in. You know what this Old Trafford crowd's like. You know what the fan base is like.
Personally think,
very, very kind of...
I think he's done brilliant this season. Big up.
Yeah.
Big up Ilanga. But for me, if you talk about ballers on the ball, Ahmad's levels above.
Yeah, Ahmad. Yeah, Ilanga. Of
because
course.
The way he holds up the ball. Yeah, even Palestri is... What I like about Palestri's like a proper winger. He just goes on the outside, gets balls in, mate.
Yeah, I watched him for Uruguay, man. He looks good. You know what it is, yeah? It's so strange, you know, with international football and club football, how players play differently. Because De Jong's been playing well for Holland, but then struggling for Barcelona. You know, Palestri is another one. He plays well for Uruguay, but then club football has not been the same for him. We need to make sure that doesn't change. Big up to Andy Tate, man. Andy Tate's on you, by the way, for saying that you don't want the League Cup. Big up Mr. Structure saying League Cup, seriously. We want that League Cup, Andy Tate. Don't worry, man. Even Seedorf wants that League Cup, man. Ask Seedorf there, he'll tell you the same. Yeah, Depay's the same.
Is it thumbs up or thumbs down? Blink if you say thumbs up. Blink if you want thumbs down. He walked away. He's not having it. He's not having a League Cup. Big up Andy Tate, man. Big up. Listen, Andy. We need to...
man.
Listen, we need to send the link to Andy, man. Andy needs to get on here, man.
Yeah. Andy, I messaged you on check your messages as well, man. I don't know if you're old school and that, but listen, check your messages, man. You know what I mean? But for me, like I said to you, it's gonna be...
We can get Andy on here, man, on a Straightjacket podcast.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Because we can talk to him. I only judge it. It's a personal thing for me, Saeed. When Man United are playing in the League Cup, do I get nervous? No. Do I get nervous when Man United are playing in Europa League? No, because I'm not asked if you get knocked out. But do I get nervous watching the FA Cup game, regardless who's against? Yes. Do I get nervous watching Premier League games?
Did you come to that West Ham game, by the way? Did you come to that West Ham game when we lost it to them?
I didn't bother. That's the game. One of the 3 games I missed this season. I'm not asked about the League Cup. I wasn't asked.
I don't know if you're bantering me or are you being serious?
Saeed, what I judge it on is when they're watching the game live or on TV, do I get nervous? It's the way what I've been brought up. Man United used to use the League Cup, Saeed, as a trophy to blood young players in. Facts. Europa League, we were never in it. So I'm not in a culture of being used to the Europa League. So I don't get nervous about Europa League games.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was distraught at the
end. Games, Saeed? Do I get nervous about Champions League games? Do I get nervous about Premier League games? Yes, I do. It's just a personal thing. And I put it out there, and it hurts a lot of people. People, I'm living in people's heads. What do you mean? They start throwing their plays against the wall. He doesn't want to hear out. No, it's a personal preference. Like you rate certain ballers. I don't rate them. It's an opinion. Simple.
Let me. Oh yeah. By the way, Ten Hag apparently has joined Twitter as well, so he's part of the social media. You know, United said to him, "Go get that social media account, and when we lose, we're gonna give you a nice little propaganda essay, Nuruddin. What do you reckon is first? If we lose the first game of the season, what do you reckon is Man United gonna tell him to write? By the way,
Fine margins.
fine margins, but the Old Trafford crowd was amazing. And you know what? We need that passion and we need all that spirit for the next game. That's what we're gonna do, man. Big up to David G.
Listen, back the process. Either fine margin or back the process.
Yeah, back the process. Big up to David G. Is Sancho 70 million better than Palestri? Cost 7 million. I don't believe so. Ahmad, Garner, Menji, and Palestri can save us money next season. I don't know if David G, man, he's trying to save money. I don't want to save money. You know what I mean?
Big up David G. Basically, David G saying, bin all these donkeys, get the kids in. Let's go.
Yeah.
To be fair, Saeed, if I'm going to lie to you, if all of them people got in the first team, I think the Old Trafford crowd will back these players more than ever. It'll be an amazing buzz.
Leslie will be buzzing. Leslie loves the. I'm not going to say that word, but you know the youth players. She kind of when they come, man, she's enjoying her time off, man.
Saeed, does Leslie watch the Straightjacket? Does he watch?
Yeah, man. She watches.
Yo, shout out Leslie, man, wherever you are.
Big up Leslie, man. I need to go see her, man.
Somewhere, she's probably on the beach somewhere. You know what I mean? Drowning the memories away, man. Going.
Yeah.
What season? What football? Pull me another one. Get me another one.
I miss her, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I miss her, man. You know, this season, man, it's been emotional for her, man. It would honestly, man. She's left her bag. You know, one time she left her bag there, man. She's just been all over the place, man. But like I said to you, man, big up to everybody who's been here, man. By the way, I just want to get the likes. I want to see how many likes we're on because it's 630th right now. I want to know how many likes we're on because a lot of people who just watch this show and think they can't like the video, Nuruddin. For me, can we have that, Nuruddin? We can't have that, can we?
It's, you know what?
We're giving you 1 hour entertainment. Let me see how many likes we're on because I want to just check today. How many? 249. Oh my gosh. 249.
Not even half. Not even half,
man. That is
it's disgraceful.
You know what, people? That's the least you can do. The least you can do.
Listen, you love the Straightjacket podcast, but you can't even bloody respect it enough to give it a like. And you know what like cost you? You know how much of a hard work like is? It's just this side. Look.
Just that bang. Yeah, but it could be, I don't know, maybe the Glazers are watching us, I don't know.
Abraham Glazer, he's got his little ponytail and he's just pulling it a little bit just to get his attention. To say to him,
Absolutely. People, please smash a like. Big up to Susie in the chat. Love Susie. I appreciate you. Hope you're well.
Big up Susie82, man. Love, lot of respect.
Absolutely. Big up to you. Big up to everybody. And big up 4 Seasons. If you're watching this right now, don't worry, man. No host. Nuruddin, are you coming no host with me, man? You need to come no host with me, man.
Happy to come to see 4 Seasons there.
4 Seasons. We need to get him that third,
4
man.
Season there was like I'm on the church thing. Saeed, where's wingman? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a good wingman because I tried it, and then after that she was like, "No, let me enjoy my night. I don't want to be, you know."
She was you know what? She was like, it was almost Saeed and 4 Seasons were trying to speak to De Jong in it from Barcelona.
Yeah,
and De Jong was like,
no, I want Champions League football. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap up here.
I just want to summarize. It's this. Either Man United have become incredibly secretive, something new that we've not seen. Right, this structure, new structure, is moving mad. So big up Merta and that if you're moving mad secretively. If not, if Ten Hag has already not spoken to De Jong and De Jong's already agreed, then it's an absolutely clown show. Because why negotiate and haggle and all this over money when the player doesn't want to come to us? So at the end of the day, don't get clickbaited. Nobody officially knows. We only know certain players that our teams is linked with through the agents of these players that want to attach and want more money for their players. So take it easy. It's not opened yet. The transfer window's not officially opened yet. Just take it easy, people.
Take it easy. Have a party. That's what you do. Take it easy and have a party.
Just join the Wait and See FC. Wait and see FC.
There we go. Listen, people, we're going to be moving on to to United Real Therapy. Come and join us over there. We're going to be discussing players and whether we're looking at their attributes, pros and cons. So please make sure you do that. Make sure you smash a like and make sure you subscribe to the biggest Mr. Structure you're ever going to know, people. And also just enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure as well, people, a lot of people don't talk about mental health here, you know, because a lot of people do like football. It's their kind of escape. So make sure you're walking, you're doing all the good stuff, you know what I mean? And keep
taking the holidays, going on the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely, people, man. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you do everything in your mind to keep your mental health at the highest point. You know what I mean? When you're that high point, you're enjoying life. When it's low, you need some help and whatnot and walk and whatnot. So yeah, people, look after yourself. People, wear out. Take care. Bye-bye.